Hello everyone, welcome to our channel. In today's presentation, we'll present about Pan-Africanism. What is Pan-Africanism? When did it start and why? Pan-African movement initially was Pan-Black movement, mainly concerned with black communities of African ancestry who lived in North America and Caribbean islands. These black people had come from different African peoples and culture, but they had lost their culture and language during the time of slavery. And even after being liberated from slavery, they remained the victims of American and colonial racism. So some of these black people, united by their color and suffering, came to believe that they could not be free and equal if they continued to live outside Africa. They resorted to the idea of returning back to Africa where they could become free and equal. In the meantime, Back to Africa movement had begun and expanded to all nations where black peoples were lived. Starting from 1900, serial Pan-African Congress held in different countries. By the process, the idea of Pan-Black idea grew into Pan-African and reached its full development with the 6th Pan-African Congress held in Manchester. This Congress was attended by Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana, Jomo Kenyatta of Kenya, Nnamdi Azikiwe of Nigeria, and well-known South African writer Peter Abraham. This historic Congress adopted a resolution demanding independence for Africa and an end to colonialism. Then in 1958, the first and the second Conference of Independent African States held in Accra, Ghana. The independent countries that attended the conference were Ethiopia, Egypt, Ghana, Guinea, Libya, Liberia, Morocco, and Tunisia. And also leaders of liberation fronts from all over Africa attended this conference. These two conferences called for the independence of the continent from colonialism. In the meantime, a regional grouping began to emerge in Africa. Brazzaville, Casablanca, Monrovia, which are grouped by different factors. The Brazzaville group composed of ex-French colonies. Even after independence, the members advocated close condition and relationship with France. The other group, Mali, Egypt, Morocco, Ghana, and Guinea, held a conference in the Moroccan town Casablanca, so they became known as Casablancan group. These nations believed that the existing poverty, division, and continued independence on the former colonial powers were making African independence less meaningful. They criticized what they called neo-colonialism, which made African states economically dependent on their former colonial masters. They therefore proposed the creation of larger union of states that would gradually evolve to a continental union. The most radical of this was the proposal for the United States of Africa, put forward by Kwame Nkrumah of Ghana. It is with this common ground and vision, those countries held a conference in Ghana, in Morocco, Casablanca. The other African states, including Ethiopia and Liberia, met in Liberia capital town Monrovia, so they called the Monrovian group. Its members shared many views in common. All believed that their own internal problems must be solved first before the establishment of an inter-state political union. The group, however, believed in the necessity for the coordinated effort among African states for economic development. Nearly all the Brazzaville group members later joined this group. In spite of this division into groups, African states came together at Addis Ababa and established the organization of OAU in May 1963. And in 2004, with some reform and upgrading, OAU became AU, African Union. At last,